form of Euler's equation. Okay, this is the Cartesian form. So Cartesian form means we have to derive the Euler's equation in x, y, and z coordinates. Okay, so we have to derive the Euler's equation in x, y, and z coordinates. So this is the element made from some fluid. Then we have three directions. This is direction x, direction y, and this is direction z. Okay. Now, if we talk about various forces acting on this element, so the first force comes into our mind is the pressure force. So on this element, pressure force exerts along x direction, y direction, as well as along z direction. These are the two faces normal to x axis. Okay. Now I mark the pressure force. So for that, you have to mark the pressure intensities. So here the pressure intensity is P. On this face, we have some other value P plus the variation along x direction. So small increment in P, curly P by curly x along dx. Now say these dimensions are dx, dy, and dz. Along x-axis, the block having dimension dx. Along y-axis, block having dimension dy. And z-axis, block having dimension dz. So the pressure intensities we can mark as P along x-axis. On other face, it is P, small increment in P along x direction. So in mathematical form, you can write it as curly P by curly x into dx. Similarly, you can mark along y-axis. If I try to mark along y-axis, so this is the top face and bottom face. Okay, now I mark the pressure intensities. So here you have P. Here you have, now this is the variation along y-axis now. P plus curly P by curly y into dy. Okay. Similarly, you can mark along z-axis pressure intensities. So along z-axis, so you have one back face. So this is your back face and the front face. So that is this one. Okay. So on back face, I mark over here. It is P. Okay. These are the pressure intensities. Okay. So I write the first force. That is the pressure force. So pressure force along x direction. Okay. So when I write this, so you can see along x direction. So pressure intensity P multiplied by area. So that becomes P dy dz, and here again multiplied by dy dz. Okay. Write it as along x direction, it is P into dy into dz minus P plus curly P by curly x dx into dy dz. So it comes out to be minus curly P by curly x into dx dy dz. First time you have cancel हो जाएगी. ठीक है. So this is the pressure force along x direction. Now the second force acting on this element is the body force. Okay. So I write here, let us say R be the body force per unit mass. Now this R has three components along x, y, and z direction as capital X, capital Y, capital Z. Okay. Now if I talk about what is X, X means this is the component of body force per unit mass along x direction. This is the component of body force per unit mass along x direction. Okay. So I write again the body force along x axis now. Okay. So that comes out to be component of body force per unit mass multiplied by the mass of the element. The mass of the element is density multiplied by its volume, dx, dy, dz. Okay. So this is the pressure force and this is the body force along x direction. The time being going to neglect the viscous force. So I assume that our fluid is ideal one. ठीक है. इस fluid को मैं force को मैं neglect करके आगे चल रहा हूँ. ठीक है. And the fourth force acting on this element is inertia force along x direction. That comes out to be mass into acceleration. ठीक है. Along x direction. So mass is density into volume ठीक है, and acceleration. Now I say, let us say v be the total velocity or resultant velocity having three components u, v, and w along x, y, and z direction. So I write du by dt. Okay, multiplied by du by dt. So that is the inertia force. So now I apply Newton's second law. So sum of forces must be equal to the inertia force. Okay, so I first write the body force x into rho dx dy dz. Then the pressure force minus curly p by curly x dx dy dz. Okay, this is equal to this inertia force rho into dx dy dz du by dt. ठीक है, so now you can see क्या क्या term cancel हो सकती है, dx dy dz. Okay, so now I simply write this equation as x. ठीक है, x जहां मैं ये कह सकता हूं, now in this equation each term represents the force को represent कर रही है. So I divide all these terms by mass. ठीक है, ये भी कर सकते हैं हम. So mass से हम डिवाइड करेंगे तो टोटल मास ये होगा हमारे पास, इस टर्म से हमें डिवाइड करना होगा. The mass is rho dx dy dz. So corresponding to that we have now the terms x minus 1 by rho curly p by curly x equal to, so ये rho भी हट जाएगी यहाँ से, du by dt. Now we have this simple equation. Say this is equation number 1. So in this equation each term represents force per unit mass. ठीक है, and this is the equation along x direction. ठीक है, तो जैसे हमने लास्ट जनरल फॉर्म में एक्सेलरेशन की वैल्यू पुट करी थी ऑन सेम लाइंस, यहां भी हम एक्सेलरेशन की वैल्यू जो है वो पुट करेंगे. ठीक है, सो फॉर दैट नाउ आई राइट u that is a function of x, y, z and time. Now position I change with x, y and z coordinates. Okay, u is a function of x, y, z coordinates and then time. So I write the total derivative of u, that is curly u by I write first t term, curly u by curly t into dt plus curly u by curly x into dx plus curly u by curly y into dy plus curly u by curly z into dz. This is the total derivative of u. Then I divide all these terms by dt. Divide all these terms by dt. Then we can write it as du by dt equal to curly u by curly t plus curly u by curly x dx by dt, curly u by curly y dy by dt, curly u by curly z dz by dt. Now these terms dx by dt, dy by dt, dz by dt, we can write it as velocities.
UVW.
Okay, uv and w. So now I reach on relation du by dt equal to curly u by curly t plus this term is u, this is v and this is w. U curly u by curly x plus v curly u by curly y, ठीक है, plus w curly u by curly z. ठीक है, now this is equation number 2. Now I put the value of du by dt in equation number 1 from equation number 2. ठीक है, ठीक है, तो अब हमारे पास क्या रिलेशन आ जाएगी. So equation number 1 is x minus 1 by rho curly p by curly x, this one, equal to, now du by dt is curly u by curly t plus u curly u by curly x plus v curly u by curly y plus w curly u by curly z. Now on the same line you can write the equations for y and z direction. If I try to write the equation along y axis, so this becomes y minus 1 by rho curly p by curly y equal to curly v by curly t, because velocity along y direction is v, plus u curly v by curly x plus v curly v by curly y plus w curly v by curly z. Similarly along z axis, z minus 1 by rho curly p by curly z equal to curly w by curly t plus u curly w by curly x plus v curly w by curly y plus w curly w by curly z. ठीक है, so अभी तक जो assumption थी हमारे पास, that is the fluid is ideal one. The fluid is ideal one. Now I am going to put another assumption that say the flow is steady flow, curly u by curly t, curly v by curly t, curly w by curly t. These term becomes 0 for steady flow. So now I again write the equations. Okay, so those equations becomes x minus 1 by rho curly p by curly x, u curly u by curly x plus v curly u by curly y, w curly u by curly z. Similarly along y axis, plus v curly v by curly y plus w curly v by curly z. Then z minus 1 by rho curly p by curly z, u curly w by curly x, v curly w by curly y plus w curly w by curly z. Now these three equations are the required Cartesian form of Euler's equation with two assumptions, steady and steady and ideal fluid. Cartesian form है Euler's equation की, ठीक है? So this is in the form of x, y and z coordinate, and in this equation और ये जो set of equation है, in this set of equation each term represent the force per unit mass. ठीक है? फोर्स पर यूनिट मास. ठीक है, अब हम यहां से ड्राइव करेंगे आगे कि कैसे हम इन कार्टेशियन फॉर्म से जनरल फॉर्म ऑफ यूलर इक्वेशन को ड्राइव कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, हाउ वी ड्राइव द जनरल फॉर्म ऑफ यूलर्स इक्वेशन फ्रॉम ए कार्टेशियन फॉर्म. ठीक है, उसके लिए डेरिवेशन जो है वो आगे स्टार्ट करेंगे हम. तो अब हम साथ साथ ये भी देखेंगे कि अगर हमने इस इक्वेशन से एनर्जी की फॉर्म में जाना है तो क्या होगा. ठीक है, तो यहां इस इक्वेशन के अंदर जो टर्म है दैट इज फोर्स पर यूनिट मास. ठीक है, तो अगर फोर्स को हम डिस्टेंस से मल्टीप्लाई करें तो आपके पास क्या आएगा, एनर्जी पर यूनिट मास.
यस सर.
ठीक है, यू हैव एनर्जी पर यूनिट मास. ठीक है, तो अब मैं क्या करने जा रहा हूं, आई मल्टीप्लाई ईच इक्वेशन बाय इट्स रिस्पेक्टिव डिस्प्लेसमेंट. मतलब जो फर्स्ट इक्वेशन है अलोंग एक्स एक्सिस उसको मैं मल्टीप्लाई करूंगा सभी टर्म को बाय dx, सेकंड को बाय dy एंड थर्ड को बाय dz. ठीक है, एंड आई अगेन राइट दीस थ्री इक्वेशंस. ठीक है, और वो थ्री इक्वेशंस आपके पास क्या आएंगी, x dx माइनस 1 बाय रो करली p बाय करली x dx. ठीक है, अब मैं सिर्फ x वाली ही पार्ट लिखूंगा, u करली u बाय करली x dx प्लस v करली u बाय करली y dx प्लस w करली u बाय करली z इनटू dx. तो अब यहाँ पे क्या हो गया हमारे पास, ईच टर्म रिप्रेजेंट सम एनर्जी पर यूनिट मास. ठीक है, फोर्स फॉर एनर्जी पर यूनिट मास. ठीक है ना, अब तीन इक्वेशन आपके पास आएंगी, यू कैन राइट फॉर y dy एंड देन फॉर z dz. ठीक है, वो आप लिख सकते हो यहां से आप. ठीक है, नाउ एज अवर एलिमेंट इज वेरी स्मॉल, दिस इज दैट एलिमेंट इज जस्ट लाइक ए पॉइंट. जैसे मैं पहले भी बात करी है दैट अवर element is, the fluid element is a very small element and that is just like a point. So that means that point must lie on some streamline. So that equation of streamline is dx by u, dy by v, dz by w. This is the equation of a streamline on which that point lies. General form of a streamline equation. अभी आप सिर्फ फार्मूला नोट कर सकते हो इसका. ठीक है, so this is the streamline on which this point lies, on this element lies. Okay, so from this equation you can write as u dy इक्वल टू v dx. ये प्रोडक्ट अगर आप देखोगे, ठीक है, यू कैन राइट v dz, ठीक है, v dz इक्वल टू w dy and then you can write for these and this that is u dz, that comes out to be w dx. dy is v dx, v dz is w dy and u dz is w dx. ठीक है, तो मैं इन वैल्यूज को इस फर्स्ट इक्वेशन में पुट करूंगा. सो आई राइट इक्वेशन अगेन, दिस इज आवर फर्स्ट इक्वेशन. ठीक है, तो जब मैं इसको लिखूंगा दोबारा, तो x माइनस 1 बाय रो करली p बाय करली x dx इक्वल टू द फर्स्ट टर्म एज इट इज u करली u बाय dx. ठीक है, और जो सेकंड टर्म हमारे पास आएगी, सो इन दैट टर्म इज v dx. So v dx I write as u dy. ठीक है, so plus u curly by curly y dy, u dy. ठीक है, and third term you have w dx. So w dx को आप रिप्लेस कर सकते हो u dz से. So third term is u curly u by curly z dz. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट इक्वेशन मैं ऐसे लिख रहा हूं, वो आप करके देख सकते हो. योर नेक्स्ट इक्वेशन कम्स y dy minus 1 by rho curly p by curly y dy equal to, now that equation comes with v curly v by curly x dx plus v curly v by curly y dy plus v curly v by curly z dz. 1 by rho curly p by curly z dz equal to, that is with w curly w by curly x dx plus w curly w by curly y dy plus w curly W by curly Z dz. ठीक है? So after writing the values of these terms, we recheck these three equations. Okay. Now in next step, I going to write the value of u curly u by curly x. This first term. Now this I can write as 1 by 2 curly u square upon curly x. I write it again. This I write as curly by curly x of u square. ठीक है? तो जब आप इसका डेरिवेटिव निकालोगे, so it is a same term. ठीक है? So on this line, I write the first equation again. This one. So that is x dx minus 1 by rho curly p by curly x dx equal to, now first equation, first term, sorry. Now first term becomes, now 1 by 2, तो सभी में 1 by 2 आएगा. I take it out. So within bracket you have curly by curly x of u square dx plus curly by curly y of u square dy plus curly by curly z of w square dz or bracket close. ठीक है? Now what is this term? Now this term is total derivative of u square. This is the total derivative of u square. So now you have the simple relation as x dx minus 1 by rho curly p by curly x dx equal to 1 by 2 d of u square. Similarly, for y axis, you can write y dy minus 1 by rho curly p by curly y dy equal to 1 by 2 d, 1 by 2 d v square and z dz minus 1 by rho curly p by curly z dz equal to 1 by 2 d w square. Now you have these three relations. So then in next step, I am going to add these three relations. So first I am adding the x first term, that is x dx plus y dy plus z dz minus 1 by rho. Then I write the bracket curly p by curly x dx, curly p by curly y dy, curly p by curly z dz, okay, equal to 1 by 2 d of u square, d of v square and d of w square. Now you can see this term. This is again a total derivative of p. This is the total derivative of p. So again I write x dx, y dy, z dz minus 1 by rho dp equal to 1 by 2 of, now this becomes total derivative of resultant velocity d of v square. Okay, now I have this simple relation. After adding three equations, after adding these three equations, I have this simple equation now. ठीक है? अब मैं आता हूं बॉडी फोर्स पे. Now I see what are these three terms. इनका क्या मीनिंग हुआ अब? ठीक है? Now as I earlier said, we have the body force R that have three components x, y, and z. So R is the body force per unit mass. So that means x is the body force per unit mass, y body force per unit mass, z body force per unit mass. Now if I said this body force is only due to gravity, this is the only due to gravity. Now what are the values of x, y, z, and क्या होंगी अब? Okay. Then x is equal to, y is equal to, and z is equal to. If R is only due to gravity, x component is 0, z component is 0. Okay. Weight is only along y axis. The value is, weight is mg.
Density into volumetric
Okay. It's act in the downward direction, so I put it with a negative sign.
minus.
ठीक है. और y जो है, that is only the body force per unit mass. तो यहाँ mass की टर्म नहीं आएगी.
Yes,
So that means y is only
minus
g. dy minus 1 by rho dp is equal to 1 by 2 dv square. ठीक है. और you can now rearrange the terms, 1 by 2 dv square, ठीक है, plus dp by rho plus g dy equal to 0. So this is the general form of Euler's equation. ठीक है. This is the general form of Euler's equation. इन तीनों equation से you can also derive hydrostatic law. ठीक है. हाइड्रोस्टैटिक लॉ भी आप यहां से ड्राइव कर सकते हो. dp is equal to minus w dy. ठीक है. dp is equal to minus w dy. ये हाइड्रोस्टैटिक लॉ है आपके पास. तो वहां पे फ्लूइड जो है that is at rest. तो जब फ्लूइड आपके पास रेस्ट में होगा, दैट मीन जो वेलोसिटी कंपोनेंट्स हैं ये जीरो हो जाएंगे इस इक्वेशन में, ठीक है, ये सारे कंपोनेंट्स जीरो हो जाएंगे व्हेन फ्लूइड इज एट रेस्ट। सो फर्स्ट इक्वेशन क्या आएगी आपके पास, x minus 1 by rho करली p by करली x equal to 0, then second equation equal to 0, third equation equal to 0, ठीक है। so now I write those three equations, ठीक है। so you have three equations now, x minus 1 by rho करली p by करली x equal to 0, y minus 1 by rho करली p by करली y equal to 0, z minus 1 by rho करली p by करली z equal to 0. Now from this equation you can write if your body force is only due to weight, तो ये टर्म भी जीरो हो गई आपकी, ये टर्म भी जीरो हो गई आपकी, और ये टर्म जो है दैट इज माइनस जी, ठीक है। सो फ्रॉम हियर यू कैन राइट करली p by करली x इक्वल टू 0, फ्रॉम लास्ट इक्वेशन यू कैन राइट करली p by करली y, सॉरी z, करली p by करली z इक्वल टू 0, और बीच वाली इक्वेशन से आपके पास आएगा माइनस जी माइनस 1 by रो करली p by करली y इक्वल टू 0, ठीक है। नाउ यू सी व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ दीस टू इक्वेशंस, फ्लूइड इन स्टैटिक, फ्लूइड एट रेस्ट, व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ दीस टू इक्वेशंस, क्या मतलब हुआ, इसका मतलब है P
So
is
pressure
independent of x. There is no variation of P
and Z.
along x direction. ठीक है, जो लास्ट इक्वेशन है इसका मतलब है P is independent of Z. There is no variation of pressure along Z direction. ठीक है, so that means जो pressure variation है वो सिर्फ x direction y direction में ही होगा, ठीक है। That means the variation of pressure is only along y direction. So P जो है that is a function of y only. P जो है that is a function of y only. So that means by using these two equations, ठीक है, you can replace the partial derivative करली p by करली y to exact derivative, ठीक है। so now you can write minus g 1 by rho dp by dy equal to 0, or from here you can write your hydrostatic law dp is equal to minus w dy, ठीक है। so in this way you can also derive hydrostatic law from Euler's equation.